Hi, Taurus. Welcome into another exciting week with me. I'm just kidding. Let's see what's going on for you guys. We're going to be reading into the week ahead, third week of January. You know, time and energy is fluid, so please take everything with a grain of salt of when it's occurring to you or when it will occur to you. So, keeping that in mind. Also, universe, angel, spirit guides, as we're reading for Taurus, make it be known. My audience, the queerants, are the queens, male or female. You are my queens. Incoming energy are the kings, male or female. Okay, so that way if you're a Taurus dating a Taurus, you'll know who is who. All right, situation, please. So we're finally having Mercury go direct. We also have Mars going direct. So finally, if you guys were like stuck in the mud or you had like poor communication or things weren't getting out, now they're finally getting out for you. Also, interestingly enough for you to understand, you by far, Taurus clan, will win the award for the most transformation of all the zodiac signs in 2023. Because this is a number year of 7, which is a very, very spiritual year for everybody. So everybody's going to be doing deep dives into oneself to understand their behavior patterns or the patterns of the people that they're dealing with in order to help your own circumstance or your own environment. The reason I'm telling you all this is because before I drop the cards, I just want to make it be known that for you particularly, Taurus, most of the readings for the whole entire collective are going to be very, very reflective of you, what's going on in your life, in your situation, and how you think and how you feel. Our extended readings really go into your person, their thoughts and feelings for you, their intentions, etc. With that said, let me continue throwing cards down. But with that said, you guys will have the most transformative year. It's the first half of this year you're going to be doing all the work. It's the second half of the year where you're going to see the changes and you're going to start implementing said changes. What's coming towards, or who's coming towards Taurus, please? So this is going to be a very, very big year. Some of you, it's going to be very uncomfortable. Others of you, it's going to be a little disconcerting. And it's also about you shifting your energy and changing the way you normally operate in a situation. You're going to actually learn to be a little more flexible. You know, not like if you're the type of person that if you put something in your mind, that's it. It's done. It's over. Nobody should fight you because they might as well just smash their head into a wall. You're not going to change your mind. But this year you're going to learn some lessons where in certain cases you're going to learn to be a little bit more flexible. Because I think for you, you have like a general rule of thumb for whatever that is for you. But you're going to learn, for example, what the rule of thumb is for you. For example, did you know that the rule of thumb was invented, I don't know, in 1910? That a man was allowed to beat his wife as long as the stick wasn't bigger or thicker than his thumb? That's where that term came from. That phrase came from there. And when people learned that phrase, they were like, ew, that's gross. They started changing their mind and their reflection towards a certain situation. So it got coined that way. It got stuck that way. It's the same thing for you. You're going to learn some things and you'll be like, oh God. And you're going to learn to be more flexible. I know what I'm saying to you sounds like crazy, but you will see it in the months to come. All right, what's the surprise for Taurus, please? Oh, shit. Look at you. What's the advice, please? It's weird. You're coming in from out of the cold with a situation, whether it's at work or a like in your love life with a person. But there's something about the deceit or the betrayal of it that bothers you so much that you mentally disengage from it. This is what I'm starting to see here. And it's funny that I just gave you this whole entire mantra, like how you're going to change, how you're going to shift. It's like, bam, right here in my face, like, wow, what is this? This is like crazy shit I'm seeing here. But this is you doing your tried and true, you're sticking to your guns in a certain situation. But I think that this is like one of these things that is going to trigger you into learning from this experience. That's why I kept saying, like, these cards are going to reflect very much you and what's going on in your world. What is the outcome, please? I think what's happening to you guys this year, Taurus, is you're remapping your brains and you're retraining your minds to think a certain way in order for you to feel positive, to feel a happy outcome, regardless of what's going on in your lives. Outcome, please, for the week. All right, so the overall theme of the week is the Fool. This is you taking a leap of faith, a risk in a certain direction, whether it's to be alone and left alone or with a person or a situation. It's like a risk of some kind. But make no mistake, this is after a period of you weighing your pros and cons diligently, thinking about this. You were reflecting for quite a while on the past here with something or someone, and you waited. You waited for a while. You got a little nostalgic. You weighed your pros and cons, and you're like, fuck it, let's do this. See what's going on. In your situation, you will not shoot the messenger because I love you very much. I gotta guide you. As you know, you are my queens. However, you're in the reverse. I'm not gonna lie. Usually when I see the Queen of Swords in reverse, it's not a pretty situation. It's like, I don't feel like you're approachable here right now. You're like a caged bear. And you're swiping. You're swiping at everyone and everything. Because you were probably put in a circumstance where you were led to be here. Where you felt like you needed to be a bitch, either to protect yourself or because something wasn't working out. Or this circumstance where this person's like driving you crazy, so they're making you think that you're crazy or, behave in this manner. There are certain things that are going on behind the scenes that you are not aware of, nor are you clear of. And this could not be the worst element for you. And because of this reason, you're in this position. You're in this position where you're not thinking rationally, you're not thinking logically, and you could be lashing out at certain people. And you're like, no, I'm not doing that. I'm like, then it's somebody that is. So we'll see what's going on here, because the moon is interesting to me. Because usually when I get the moon card in the tarot deck, it's like there are certain things that need to play out, free will decisions, before we can move forward and see what will happen to Taurus. Other times it's just saying that there's like some shit going on here and you're not aware of, and it's like put you in this place where you're quite angry or upset. So let's see. What's coming towards you though is you are coming in from out of the cold. The Five of Pentacles in reverse. Also, if you've been in a financial bind or a crunch, you are recovering now, or you are about to. We'll clarify all these, and we're just going to go through the base, and then we'll layer over, and then the story will unfold even more so for me. Now, what you don't see coming is the Six of Swords and the Ten of Swords. For all intents and purposes, guys, with my mini tarot lessons here, sorry, I just feel like I have something in my eye. It's like bothering me. Swords are mental. They're the thoughts in our head and the things that happen to us that makes us go in here and think things through over and over and over again. But it's not an easy thing to deal with something here with this Ten of Swords, which feels like a backstab, a betrayal, an ending. Deceit, or just like an ending altogether. But with a 10, that means this is the end of the road. It doesn't get much worse than this. This is like by far the worst it will ever be. So you have gone through it. You have dealt with the pain. But here you are thinking about this, and you're trying to mentally disengage from it. You're trying to like turn your mind away from this and be like, I can't think about this anymore. Just give me 1 second. Had to pause you for a second. The dog was yelling at the mailman. All right, back to you. In your advice position, the Sun and the Seven of Cups. For all intents and purposes, Spirit is trying to tell you, listen, you have a lot of options here, Taurus, and you're aware of them, but you're sitting there reviewing what's best for you. And with it being in your advice, Spirit's like, you should. You have more than one option. You're not just stuck with this particular scenario or situation. You could do whatever you want because you have choices. You need to focus on the positive, the Sun card. You need to focus on what's going to make you happy. And even if it's in your advice position, it's still a positive card, because it's like, it almost makes me feel as if there's no fail here for you. You might feel that way today and right now, but Spirit's like, whatever you choose to do that's going to make you happy, you will be happy. Just think about that and your options. Because maybe for you, your go-to could be stability. Um, I need something to be normal and boring. Whatever it is for you, that's going to make you happy, you do it. It doesn't mean like your taste, your likes, your requirements are the same as everybody else. But if your go-to is like, be responsible, suffer through this situation, be unhappy, just be with this person because I have XYZ responsibilities. Spirit's like, no, you actually have options, Taurus, and ones that can make you very happy if you so choose to go down that road, which you should. In your outcome, I have the Eight of Pentacles, the Lovers, and the Eight of Wands. Now, interestingly enough, the eights, which normally come out, the eights which come after the sevens for me in the tarot are usually when you're reflecting on a situation, when you're pausing, when you're taking a beat, whether you should do something, not do something, invest in someone or a project, avoid something. It's a thought process. So with the sevens, we look to see in your whole entire spread what is here and what is not here. I see eights. This is after the sevens. So whatever you've been thinking or you've been doing or you've been considering, you're now implementing. But you're pausing again because you feel like you're stuck. In your outcome, the Eight of Swords says like you're stuck, but you're not. This goes right back to your advice. You do have options. Spirit's like, you think you're bound like this? If you just went like this, because this girl thinks that, and girl meaning in the card, this is you, whether you're male or female, you think you have no options. This is mental jail. You're like, well, I can't do that because of this. But can you? But you can. You mean like leave that person who is treating you like shit that doesn't make you happy? You mean that? Yeah, you can leave that. But I got kids with them. Happy mom, happy dad, happy kids. I promise you. This person, all they have to do is take their hands, go like this, take off the blindfold, and see they're really not stuck. You just haven't thought of the solution yet. This is why I call this card the mental jail. Lovers. This is over a lover that you feel stuck with. Whether they're in your head, playing repeat, or you don't know what to do with them, or they haunt you because you had something and you don't anymore, because lovers is a choice. What are you after the fact? Are you going to commit? Are you going to be a couple? Will you settle down? What's the deal here? Because there's a profound connection. And it's very hard to rip from this person because A, there was potential with this lover, and B, you felt good with them and they felt good with you. They were giving you something you needed and you were giving them something that they needed. But do you need it for the rest of your lives? Only you know that. And because you don't know anything here with this moon, you're slightly, flipping shits. Get away from me. No, I'm just kidding. I gotta make it funny sometimes to persevere through our crap, Anyway, and then you have the Eight of Wands. Another eight. Two eights. What I just said after the sevens. So the Eight of Wands actually discusses communication, flowing back and forth here with somebody, taking action in a situation, physically, literally doing something. And to be honest with you, those of you where this message relates to you, and this is, and it resonates deeply, for all intents and purposes, as well with this card in your outcome position, whatever's going to happen, it's going down soon. No later than 2 weeks. That's a fact. So whoever resonates with this reading, whatever's happening here with this lover that you feel stuck, something's going down in 2 weeks. Whether it's communication or action being taken, period. Let's continue. Let's layer over and clarify some of these guys. Universe, angel, spirit guides. What's the situation here? Why are they in the reverse with the moon? What's up with this? All right, so I don't know if literally some of you are in court here and you're fighting over money because you're getting peanuts or something like that, and or someone's begging you for money. It's causing you right now to be quite pissed off. Others of you where this isn't literal and this is karmic justice because you are doing the right thing. You are ethically correct. And it's pissing you off that something is going the way it is after you've, were fair and honest, or you tried to do the fair thing, you tried to do the balanced thing, giving your time everywhere you could. But in this situation, this is the beggar's card, begging for feelings, begging for emotions, begging for something. And whatever this is, it's got you definitely not in a happy Taurus place. There's some guilt and regret back here, remorse. You wished you worked harder towards something. Coulda, woulda, shoulda. It doesn't matter. You cannot beat yourself up at all, Taurus, for your past. It is what it is. It happened to you. It was part of your life. It was part of your journey. You learn from those things. And then you move on. And then you become like a wise old Taurus that everybody comes to and talks to, like me. Okay, let's continue. Except that I'm not a Taurus. Only my Venus is. Now, the Five of Pentacles in reverse. All right, yeah. Oh, Lordy Lord. Yeah, this again, this is about very much how you're dealing with something, how you're feeling about something. The Five of Pentacles in reverse is here with the Queen of Wands in reverse. This is the Mistress card. This is the Mister card. This is the literal third party. And it feels like this was a rejection of some kind, or there was a breakup, or, tossed out on their ass. Somebody tossed out on their ass the third party person. So if you're married, for example, if you're married and your spouse was cheating, they threw him out in the cold and they came towards you. Or vice versa, you get it. Apply it to how you see it, whether this is a friend or otherwise. But this is definitely a third-party energy gone bad. But the only problem is that there's a clinging onto. And that's probably why the lover's in your outcome. Because someone's holding on to this lover, even though they were rejected. Even though you moved on past it, or past them, there's somebody here is holding on. Yeah, I bet you they're even texting you. They're probably poking you, like the bear in the cage. And you're like, why? I did so much work, go away now. But no. Yeah, look under this card, damn. Three of Swords, profound pain. It hurt you to do what you needed to do, but you did it. You did it. And now they text you. It's like, oh, you're gonna sucker me right in. Here you are, what you don't see coming. You mentally disengaging from whatever this betrayal or this ending is. This is you also being a little clever, I ain't gonna lie. In a good way. In the sense that whatever you're about to do, it's gonna be a smart move. I'm just saying that. You're like, oh, you want to stab me in the back? Watch what I do. I'm gonna take your fucking swords that you put in my back, and then guess what? I'm gonna put them in a backpack, and then if you come back at me, this is what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna take these swords out of my backpack now that I took out of my literal back. I'm gonna start flinging at you these knives. Poo 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 poo. How about that? That's what you're gonna do. Well, I mean, I'm being over dramatic, but you get the point. Six of Swords, Ten of Swords, please. Yeah, something that had potential, something that had growth went nowhere. It stagnated. It just died on the vine. Page of Pentacles in reverse. So with this in mind, let me see the other card. Yeah, Knight of Cups. Somebody here, and that's the thing about this card. This is where everybody gets stuck. I don't care what sign you are. This is just natural human behavior. When you're with a lover or a person, that profound bond or connection you had with that person will always linger in your mind. Always. Not just for you, for them too. I mean, like, this person could die 100 years old. They won't forget you. It's not possible. It's because you're teaching each other something. Whether you're meant to stay together forever or never, it doesn't matter. It's a profound bond. But this is where everybody gets stuck. The Page of Pentacles. Everyone is like, yeah, this has potential. This has growth. So let me give you the seed so you could grow up and be like me and vibrate like me. But it didn't. It died on the vine. Because it just never removed itself from lover stage or partnerships. It never evolved to a partnership, is basically what I'm saying. Even if this is work too. But if this is love related, it's something that just could not manifest into a partnership. All right. And here's this person who was coming along to ask you out, to talk to you on an emotional level. But what is this fucking person doing? What is this knight who's delivering the message, who wants to talk to you on an emotional level? What the fuck are they doing? Am I crazy? I'll show you what I'm looking at. He's drinking right out of the cup he was about to offer you. Like, what? It's like, oh, here's my love. No, just kidding. It's somebody who's scared. It's somebody who doesn't know. They're terrified. Look at the bottom of the deck. Wait till I show you. You're gonna die. Ace of Cups. Fresh new start in love. Which it means down the road. Excited. But then it's this communication. I feel like this is the problem that you're having with whoever this person or individual is. It gets stuck somewhere with your communication. What is the Sun and the Seven of Cups, please? Dang, guys, dang. Something ended death. And now either it needs a transformation, like I said. If it's a lover, it needs to evolve either into a partnership or a separation. And you all go in your own merry ways. And you detach from your twin flame and you both find soulmates. Or you leave this karmic partner and you find a healthy relationship. You know, a lot of people don't know what the fuck they want out there, but they get attached to people like, say, example, like you, Taurus, because you're stable. You know what you want. But they cling on to you because that's what they want for themselves. It's like reverse projection. They want to take it from you, but they can't. They've got to learn it first for themselves before they can entertain a healthy relationship. If it's somebody who's, wow, I'm losing my voice. Excuse me. But it's somebody who thrives in chaos. And if that's all they know, they have to unlearn that shit or unlearn that behavior before they can come towards you. And, you know, obviously that's vice versa. It goes with you too. You can't thrive from just chaos. But I really feel like it's this other person. And this is why there needs to be either a transitioning of some kind, where, funny enough, Pluto's coming soon to all of us. And we all going to be getting some lessons we don't like, but that's because we got to shed some old habits. The Sun and the Seven of Cups. Yeah, Spirit's like, you need to stay positive. And think of, like, what's going to make you happy. And it's time for you to begin this process that I started the whole entire video with, your transformation. This is it. This is the beginning of your journey. This is the beginning of your path. For those of you that are my members and we go into the extended, speaking of path, I'm actually going to pull a card for you guys for your spiritual path, those of you that are interested, besides going into your person, how they feel, their actions towards you, their intentions. And then we're also going to pull a twin flame oracle card too in the extended. So we'll do a mini deep dive there. But moving past your advice here, let's do the Eight of Wands, the Lovers, and the Eight of Swords, please. the Hermit, the Two of Wands, and the Devil. And the Ace of Cups is still there. I love it. But let me see what's going on here. You got a little bit of hiccups going on. Capricorn energy, Virgo energy, Libra there, Gemini. Oh my God, you got everything. Leo. Anyways, you're quickly approaching a threshold, guys, where you're gonna have to walk forward, and you know this about yourselves anyway. You know this is happening to you on some weird intuitive level, subconsciously. Things are changing around you, things that you can't explain, feelings. That's the inside niggling that you're getting. You know you're about to walk through a portal of your new life. You're just sitting here thinking like, who's it with? So you're trying to make a wise decision. You're retracting your energy. You're like, shit, I gotta hunker down and make a wise decision here, because I know I'm about to walk into my new future. The Devil. There's something toxic here. You know that you need to rid. Whether it's fear in your mind, a bad habit, a person, a narcissist, somebody or something that you're obsessed with, codependency, you name it. That's the devil shit. But there you are. You're thinking about it. What's toxic? How do I get it out of my life? How do I move forward? How do I move forward into a healthy new life? All right, guys. Let me pull a romance card. What's going on this week for Taurus? Remember, I just got done telling you guys with this portal you're about to go through, but there's a person here and you're like, who's it with? New love. You know we're going to deep dive in this in the extended. But look at this. The fresh new start in love. And usually this is new. New. Okay? And where's it probably leading? Some of you could be an engagement. You're engaging. If you did meet somebody new, you're starting to slowly level up. But there's a clinging on energy of a lover or an ex of some kind. All right, so where are we? I'm going to pull another card from the Wisdom House of Night for advice. And then we will go into those of you who do have a twin flame, I'm going to pull a card from these Oracle deck. We're going to deep dive in new love, and then we'll go into your person's feelings for you. All right, and then yes, I will do every zodiac sign, but I'm not going to timestamp that. It's just too time consuming. But somebody did request that I do the breakdown of the signs. All right. One more shuffle, please, for my Taurus gang. Taurus, please. Holy mama, you got a bunch. Not expecting this, but let's see. Invisible. Oh, this card is crazy. I have to read this one to you. Invisible talks about two ways. Like, you might feel invisible, or you might seem like this person thinks you're invisible. And sometimes Spirit's like, it's being done to you for a reason. If you're invisible right now, take that shit to your advantage. Try to overhear things, listen to things. You might even pick up some shit. It's like I say at work too. You know, like somebody, I have this new person, this coworker, and she always cuts me off. She talks over me. She won't let me speak ever. She has no idea I do this for her on the side. You know, and like our boss turns to me and she goes, "Oh, Irene, you don't have anything else to add?" I said, actually, I have quite a bit. And if I wasn't interrupted, I would have added some valuable information. The point is how it's being done, how it's being friggin' handled. Sometimes when you're invisible, it works to your advantage. I ended up making the other person look stupid. It's the same thing with, like, if you're dealing with a lover. Hear everything that they're saying and what they're not saying. Honesty. We'll see what that's all about. And Guys, are you ready for this? I hope some of you stuck with me to see this card because this is just damn ass freaky. Chaos. Some people thrive in fucking chaos. It's like, what? Let's read that first. A storm is brewing, and misunderstandings are all too common as chaos swirls around your life right now. My child, you have nothing to fear. I am here to remind you that after a storm, the air is cleared and life will begin again, even better than before. That's why you have new love coming in. The silly thing is, if you refuse to take shelter, you're going to get soaked, and you might have to repair a lot of damage. If you've created the chaos, you will have to clean it up. But if others are the cause, you must step out of the way and wait out the storm. You will be so glad you did. A good thing to say to yourself is, no drama for this mama. Now, let's see what invisible is. All right, sometimes you might feel like you don't fit in, as if you're invisible to others. As your goddess, I see you, I know you, I believe in you. That's your spirit guides. That's your angels. That is your ancestral family watching over you. They hear you, they see you, they know you. Know that not everyone has the ability to recognize you fully, and that perhaps they're so caught up in their own stories they can't see you right now. It's okay, because those who can see you are the important companions on your path to finding your magic. Another meaning for this symbol that you have chosen is that circumstances may require you to step back and remain in the shadows. Now is not the time for you to tell all and show everyone your truth. Being invisible protects you from harm right now. See? Totally. Harm you from right now so that you can observe your surroundings without being vulnerable. Stay hidden and watch what others do before acting. And you have honesty. I surmise this is you needing to remain honest, balanced. My darling, you have chosen the symbol of clarity and true communication. Now is the time to be absolutely honest with yourself about what you want, what you're thinking about, and what your motives and your real feelings are. Honesty is the way to truly step into your power. When you choose honesty above all else, I will send you courage to do the right thing. This is also a time to demand honesty and integrity from others. You have a right to get clear messages, clear answers. There is the greatest freedom and power in telling the truth. All right, guys, that's what I have for you. This was an amazing reading, in my opinion. Please leave me your comments down below, and I will see you on the next one.